Okay, so let's see if we can fix this control module. It's a Durotherm, and the problem with it is the on-off switch is sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I have a feeling that it got corrosion in there, and I fixed this yesterday. This is the same issue. Has a switch in it similar to this one, except this one's smaller. I think this is like a mini and this is like a normal on-off switch. But I used my I took it apart and I used my multimeter, and I put it on the continuity setting, which has a little noise to it. Okay, and then I hooked it up to this like that and that. Okay, and with it now working, it should make that noise. Yep, there we go. That's why I twisted the bulb, because it has a little bit of corrosion there with the light bulb. But it works. And the way I fixed it, well, if you have a bad bulb, there's a way of testing it too. Continuity is a wire connection from here to there, right? And if there's a break in that wire, it's not going to work. Okay, so on this, let me put that there, and then that's your grounding area, and then this is your light bulb, 4.463. Anyway, that's how you test the light bulb. Okay, so I fixed this switch yesterday, and I took this apart. See the little tabs on here? You bend those little tabs back and you can pull the switch apart, and there's a little spring, copper spring in there, that when you slide this back and forth, you slide it to off, there's two contacts in there, and when you slide it here, it's not making contact, so that's off. And then when you slide this back over, it's making contact here and here on that spring. Okay, and that's how the light bulb, that's how the light switch works. So this, I had it took out a couple screws already. Let's take this apart. Okay, and see, it has the same tabs right here, and this is all loose in there. It needs to be soldered better, but that's not the problem. It's the switch itself. So let's take these tabs back. Okay, pull this metal part off, and see, it's the same setup. Same setup as that. Okay, and see these, there's that little metal spring. tab, right? And this has 3 contacts on it, and this has these. Okay, it has one here and one. So it's all one contact, but it has a little separation here and here. Okay, but there's only 2 points on here that are going to anywhere. This one here and this one here has a little wire that goes in there. So that's got to be the power going in to all these circuits. And then this one, that's your off, where there's nothing there, right? So this thing slides across to on, which powers up these 2, and then when that switch goes off, it goes over here and it only makes contact with the off position. Okay, so this, what I did is I just took a little file and just kind of touched it a little bit just to get the corrosion off. There. Looks nice and shiny now. This is just copper is all it is. It sits in this little track here. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a couple pins. There's one here and one there. And they sit in this little track into those holes. Just like that. Okay. So that's ready to go. Now I just need to touch these a little bit. And get the corrosion off there. It looks pretty good. Okay, now the trick is putting this back together without it all falling apart here. So let's see, it's going to slide across these, so it has to be down. So let's see, like that. And then we'll take this and move it like this, like that, like that. Okay. Now we'll just bend these 2 back down. I got kind of aggressive with it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now In order to get these tight in there again, like they should be, gonna have to solder these some more. I don't have any solder right now, but I'm going to get some. First thing though is we'll just see if this is working. Okay, so this would be, what position would this, so this would be off right now. Okay, so that's off. So now let's turn this on. Okay, let's see if we have some kind of continuity on here until I get some solder on here. Hopefully you can see this, otherwise I'll have to redo the video again. Doesn't seem to be working yet. I'll know when I put it in the RV if it's working. Yeah, I don't know too much about these boards and how it works, but let's move the switch back over a little bit. There it goes. Oh, I was hitting the same post, is why it was working. Okay. Well, I might have to take it up to the RV to check it out. See if it's working better or not. Yeah, I should be able to get a signal off these one way or the other. So that would be off and this would be on, I believe. There we go. So it's a center one, not this one over here. Turn it back off. I got my finger on it because these things are loose. It really needs to be soldered. Okay, nothing now. Turn that back on. It's kind of hard to do. Oh, come on. Well, let's just try it like this. Hopefully it works. It works. So I think we've fixed the switch, okay, which wasn't working. And well, it worked, but not very good. Now, once I solder these down better, okay, so this isn't flopping around, that should do the trick. This was made in '84, right? So the reason I'm doing this is because to get another one of these, they don't make them anymore. This is for the '97 Hitchhiker, right? The control unit for your air conditioning and furnace. And you can get one that is made for a newer model, but then you have to buy the conversion kit so it works for an older model. So you buy the control unit for 125 bucks, and then you have to spend another 200 bucks for the conversion kit, whatever that consists of. So everything works on this. I sprayed these with cleaner for your up and down temperature control and your mode, and I forget what the other one was. But the fan. So the only thing wrong with it is was a switch, the on-off switch. You know, you'd have to wiggle it and fiddle around and all that. That's probably how this came loose, from being frustrated and moving it back and forth. So anyway, I got to get some solder. I have a soldering iron, and then we'll fix it up. And I know the switch is going to work now. Okay, so simple fix. So, okay, so what I did is see these 3 posts here. Let's see. I use this. There's one here, one there, and one there. Okay, and there's the switch. So what I did is I heated up the pin with my soldering iron, right? Heat up each pin first until it gets hot enough that when you put the solder on there, it melts, right? Just like that. And it melts into these nice little teepees, tripods, whatever. They look nice. It looks solid. As soon as I'll let that dry for a while, make sure it's good. Then I'm going to take this up to the RV, hook it up, and make sure it works. We could actually test it now with the tester, so let's do that. I'm actually just kind of holding this, so I'm going to have to put my my GoPro headset on, and that way I can show you the test on it. Alright, so let me do that. Okay, well, I didn't have it on, so let's try this again. Okay, turn this on the continuity test. Okay, I believe this is off. Okay, this is the ground point, and this is the on. Okay, nothing. Okay, now let's turn it on and see what we get. There we go. We have continuity down. All right. So next thing is we'll go up to the trailer and test it out and make sure we have solid connections. All right. Well, we're here. We're at the trailer. Tight fit in here. It's fun backing this thing in there. I don't know if you've seen the other side yet, what I have to do to get it in here, but see how close I get to the brick there. In fact, fortunately these bricks were already loose, so I took these 2 off over here on the bottom and put them up here on the side, and that way especially when this goes past here, it clears it. Yep. Yeah, it works. And then I have enough room to get the the power cable in. Can't bring the slide in and out unless I pull it out further. But don't have to worry about that right now. All right, let's get in here and test this thing out. Okay, so let's get this out. It's like a phone jack. For those of you that know what a phone jack is, since you don't, there's not a lot of applications for them anymore. But this was trailer was built in 97. In this particular unit, it says 84, but I'm not sure if it's 84 or 96. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says date 96484. So the first two numbers are 96 and the last two numbers are 84. So who knows? But it has a phone jack. Okay, we'll plug that in. It snaps in. Have it hanging off the top here. There's a clip there. And then you push it on. Right now it's on already. So there's the off. And it goes off. I don't know if you can see this. And it goes on. Yay! And it doesn't go off and on. And now you turn the temperature up. 71. 70. So spraying these works really good. Let's bring it down to 69, and that way that thing will kick on and stay on. And we'll try it out. It came on briefly and then went right back off, so I have a feeling that that is due to the temperature in the trailer right now is still fairly cool. So for this thing to come on, I'm gonna have to turn it down even cooler. Let's try 68. There it goes. Open up the vent. So if you have this vent open, all your rush of air will come down here. And right now it's just a fan on. But once the compressor, you know, the air conditioner kicks on, I don't know if you can see this. I gotta tilt my head back. Let me adjust the camera here. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, you have the air coming out, and then the motor will kick on, the compressor or whatever for the air conditioning. And then you get nice cool air coming out of here. So once it does, you just don't want the cool air coming out right here unless you really want it to. You shut this off, and that forces the air to come out all these other vents up in the bedroom and bathroom. So the whole trailer cools down. So that's what we normally keep it on. And you have to get in there and clean everything, clean the filters. I'm going to make another video showing how to clean the upper air conditioning unit. And it has like little fins. You got to straighten out the fins for the air conditioning to work better. Now the compressor just came on. Just kicked on. All right, it's working. So anyway, so that's the video. So that's how to fix your on-off switch on these micro switches, and using a multimeter and solder, and it worked good. Now let's turn this off. And there we go. It worked. Yay! So you like the video, please subscribe and leave comments. I appreciate it. Thanks.